Amazon is collaborating with China's Communist Party to conduct business in the country, which might be extremely dangerous for the entire world. Amazon may be on its way to becoming the world's most powerful company. Jeff Bezos, the creator of Amazon, is not some wicked genius bent on world dominance, but he's gone from selling books on the internet to launching rockets into orbit, and now he's shaking hands with the Chinese Communist Party. Do you find it dangerous? If not, let us explain it to you in the next couple of minutes. Stay tuned in the video to know all about it. Welcome to Bezos Space. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update on Amazon, Blue Origin, or anything related to the talented, influential tech icon and billionaire, Jeff Bezos. That being said, let's begin. Amazon has surpassed Walmart as the world's largest online retailer. It has the largest online shopping site and cloud computing service in the world as well. However, Amazon has recently begun cooperating with the Chinese Communist Party, which could be disastrous for us, because it puts us all in jeopardy. You may have seen recent headlines concerning Amazon's decision to censor criticism of Chinese President Xi Jinping to do business in the country. Negative evaluations of Xi Jinping's books were simply removed from Amazon. On Amazon China, they removed all customer ratings and reviews. Of course, that only applies to books on Amazon's China website. Xi Jinping's Governance of China Volume 3 has almost 65-star ratings without reviews on Amazon's regular website. However, Amazon China's decision to disable reviews of Xi Jinping's books only touches the surface of what it takes to do business in China. It doesn't get much worse than this for Amazon. In truth, Amazon collaborated with the propaganda of the Chinese regime. Do you know what most of the English-language books section of Amazon contains? What kinds of China books are available? It begins with Xi Jinping, China's Governance Volume 3, Xi Jinping on China's Governance Volume 2, and so on. This is not on their China website, to be clear. It's also on their main webpage. Amazon with China International Book Trading Corporation, or CIBTC, formed a collaboration in 2011 called China Books. China International Publishing Group owns and operates CIBTC. That's a publishing house that the Chinese Communist Party owns outright. So through this China Books website, Amazon is assisting a corporation that is ultimately owned by the Chinese Communist Party in spreading its propaganda. When questioned by Reuters about this, Amazon defended itself, arguing that China Books are an extra channel for reaching their Chinese readers in the US and worldwide. CIBTC is simply one of the millions of selling partners who sell products in their stores all around the world. Amazon argues that its operations in China are only to comply with applicable laws and regulations, as well as offer access to a variety of viewpoints, including books that some people may find objectionable. They were talking something different behind closed doors. A copy of an internal 2018 Amazon briefing prepared for Jay Carney, Amazon's Senior Vice President of Global Corporate Affairs, was obtained by Reuters. During the Obama administration, Carney worked as a press secretary. He joined Amazon in 2015 and is in charge of public relations and policy for the company's global operations. Carney was about to travel to China for the Amazon 2018 briefing. As a result, ideological control and propaganda are at the heart of the Communist Party's toolset for achieving and maintaining victory. We are not deciding whether it is correct or incorrect. However, they discovered a way to assist China in spreading propaganda. According to a former Amazon executive, Amazon had a difficult time obtaining official licenses to sell the Kindle and e-books in China in 2011, giving the Chinese regime leverage over Amazon. This is something that every foreign company that enters China encounters. But Amazon came up with a novel solution. They came up with the China Books Project idea. It was a means to get what Amazon wanted on Kindle and other things, according to a former Amazon executive. It was dubbed as "Wink and a Nod" by him. According to Amazon, China Books was merely one of the many regular relationships with various sellers. They even pitched it to the Chinese government. They described it as a combination of China Books and Kindle books. Amazon China's main commitment to assisting China in moving outside is its Chinese ebook shop. It's a broad initiative aimed at promoting Chinese culture over the world. As a result, Amazon confesses that selling China books was a strategy to aid the Chinese Communist Party's foreign policy. Going out a strategy aimed to project Chinese communist power over the world, including economic power through foreign investments, political power through international organizations, and soft power through cultural influence. As a result, Amazon began selling Kindles in China shortly after launching its electronic book business. The Chinese books project, of course, was a financial disaster. Few of the portal's publications have done well, and Amazon has even returned books due to a lack of room in its storage. But that isn't the most crucial aspect. China Books served as a showcase for the Chinese Communist Party's going out policy. They got to flaunt the fact that a massive foreign corporation like Amazon was collaborating with them. China Books were a signal to Amazon that they would cooperate with the Chinese regime. It was a stepping stone into the Chinese market. By 2017, China had overtaken the United States as the Kindle's largest global market. As a result, when Amazon executive Jay Carney visited China in 2018, he met with Zhang Fuhai, a Communist Party official from the publishing company CIPG. He stated that Amazon would make every effort to promote China Books and grow the market. However, although Amazon is shamelessly promoting the Chinese Communist Party's propaganda goals, they are also doing something even more alarming. While Amazon's Kindle sales in China were booming, its e-commerce operation in China couldn't compete with Alibaba and other Chinese e-commerce behemoths. While Amazon has attracted a large number of Chinese vendors to its main Amazon.com platform, this has resulted in a slew of issues, including products that are illegal or hazardous, as well as mislabeled products. But Amazon's cloud computing division, Amazon Web Services or AWS, poses the greatest threat to both China and the rest of the world. AWS is now one of the world's largest providers of cloud services to Chinese businesses, and this is a major issue. In 2016, Amazon began encountering problems with AWS in China. Only Chinese enterprises may be licensed to provide cloud services in China at that time, according to the Communist Party. As a result, Amazon followed in the footsteps of other international corporations. They transferred their cloud computing technology to Chinese firms. They could still run AWS in China this way. The Chinese companies, not Amazon, were in charge of monitoring and removing unlawful content, as well as collecting and reporting basic customer information and collaborating with PRC authorities. As a result, Chinese enterprises might support the Communist Party's dubious projects, while Amazon could continue to sell cloud services in China. It worked until the Ministry of Public Security in China ordered that Amazon suppress a Chinese dissident in 2018. Amazon has been threatened with retaliation by the Ministry of Public Security unless it removes content and blocks a website hosted in the US for Miles Guo. He is a Chinese billionaire who emigrated to the United States and founded a media company. It's vital to the Chinese government's survival. Amazon declined to censor, but they did something considerably worse, according to an internal Amazon paper. Guo was asked to take steps that would reveal the dissident's IP address by the corporation. The Ministry of Public Security received the IP address. It makes no difference who the Communist Party is after. The point is that Amazon was willing to provide a Chinese dissident's IP address to the party, especially because Guo was in the United States at the time. According to an internal Amazon memo, Jay Carney was told to notify the Chinese authorities that such requests for data housed outside of China should be avoided. It's unclear whether Carney even mentioned this to Chinese authorities. In any case, Amazon's actions do not appear to have enraged the Communist Party significantly. Amazon has been permitted to extend their cloud services in China, and two large Chinese companies, ByteDance, which owns TikTok, and Hikvision, which makes surveillance equipment, have been granted permission. Amazon has proved that they are willing to give in to the Chinese Communist Party's requests, at least in part. That is also harmful to all of us outside of China. What if, to preserve Amazon's business, the Chinese regime requires even more information? It's possible that their China books aren't the worst thing Amazon has done to curry favor with the Chinese authorities. So that's it for the day. We are eager to know your perspective on this sensitive issue in the comment section of this video, like whether you think this is right or not, where it might lead to in the future, etc. If you find this video helpful, share it and subscribe to the channel for more. Click the bell icon to get notifications for all of our updates. We'll see you in the next one.